Well, let's see here. I'm reading headlines out of the front section of the USA Today today. Obama budget will seek funding for new physicians. Hopes to add 13,000 primary care providers. Okay, now they're talking about, the proposal talks about $15 billion a year to train 13,000 primary care residents in high-need communities in team-based care, such as an accountable care organization. Extends higher payments to Medicaid providers, including physicians' assistants and nurse practitioners, and adds billions over the next 6 years in the National Health Services Corps to support expanding the program from 8,900 healthcare providers in 2013 to 15,000 annually starting in the 2015 year. The Corps provides scholarships and student loan repayments for people who practice in high-need areas. The proposal also addresses a shortage of mental health providers by offering residencies for psychiatrists, psychiatric nurse practitioners, and other mental health providers. The Affordable Health Care Act opened up health insurance to potentially millions of previously uninsured people. Let's see, at the same time, Medicare pilot programs, as well as hundreds of new accountable care organizations offered by physicians groups, hospitals, and insurers have pushed health care toward a team-oriented approach. This comes in addition to increases through the Affordable Health Care Act Recovery Act that have doubled the number of core members from 3,600 in 2008. Okay. What it's saying is, the short version of it is, the Affordable Health Care Act is going to silence doctors from complaining about it by offering positions to 13,000 of them on paid government funding. Okay? And, of course, all it's going to do is bring poor health care to more people. Now, individuals say, well, the reason why Americans are so sick is they don't have access to health care, and that's why we have to have the Affordable Health Care Act so everybody can have access to physicians. No, we have the most expensive health care system in the world. We don't have the best. Why is it that the top 20 longevity cultures have 40 times 100-year-olds we do? They have 100-year-old per 250 populations. We have 100-year-old per 10,000. Why is it that we rank 92nd in healthiness? Why is it we rank 60th in longevity? Why is it we rank 41st in live births and first-month survivability of our babies? We do not have the best healthcare system in the world. We have the most expensive. The medical system has failed us terribly. So here's what I'm recommending you do to make up the difference. What I'm suggesting is get a hold of that trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy. And in particular, the book Let's Play Doctor teaches you how to translate the language of prescriptions, lab tests, so you know what they mean. You know what it means to see those numbers on the lab test, as opposed to just being a batch of numbers. Then it tells you what to do about each one. You can go into a pharmacy without a prescription and get the same test strips your doctor uses in his little office laboratory. He'll charge $800 for a physical, and he pays $1.50 for those test strips. He may use 3 of them. So we're talking maybe less than $5 for a complete physical examination. He charges you $800. Okay? Well, get a hold of that book, Let's Play Doctor. Get a hold of the book, Immortality, and the new book coming out here in a couple of weeks called Epigenetics, and you're going to learn how to deal with these things yourself. You can diagnose your own diabetes. You can monitor your own diabetes and deal with it. You can diagnose your own arthritis. You can monitor it and deal with it yourself. You can diagnose your own dementias. You can get your own blood pressure and pulse for free. You don't need to go into a doctor's office to get white coat hypertension. Your blood pressure goes up by 50 points when you walk in the doctor's office because you're nervous. You can do all this yourself and do a better job of doing a physical for cheaper. You can even do the equivalent of colonoscopic exams through the occult blood test, which is less than $5, and the new one, it's called the FIT test, a fecal immunochemical test, and it's a little more sophisticated than the occult blood test for determining whether or not you have colon cancer. You can do all this yourself, okay? Why would you want to go to a doctor, risk getting your intestines punctured, insurance, or you have to pay him $4,000 for the test, and you can do it for $25 or $5 for the occult blood test. This is simple stuff. Doctors like to make it very scary. They like to make it very complicated. So you think, God, I got to go to the doctor for this test. No, you can do it all yourself. When you read this book, Let's Play Doctor, it'll blow your mind how much you can do yourself. Why would you risk getting your intestines punctured? I don't know if you know this, But this was a study that was done by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services back, I think it was like 2010, 2011. And they said that medical doctors each month, this is a monthly figure, medical doctors each month in American hospitals kill 15,000 seniors over the age of 65 who go in for minor medical procedures or screening tests. That's 180,000 a year. Good tax-paying, loving grandfathers and great-grandfathers and mothers. Doctors kill 15,000 of them every month who they send into the hospital for screening tests and minor medical procedures. They killed Neil Armstrong, our top astronaut. They killed Dick Clark from American Bandstand. They killed Andy Rooney from 60 Minutes. Those are just some of the famous ones that doctors kill who they send in for minor tests, procedures. I want you to do it yourself. Get the book, Let's Play Doctor. Get the book, Immortality. Get the book, Epigenetics. Take care of yourself. Save money. By saving money and saving yourself, you'll save America. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, I thought we'd talk a bit about shingles, as they've got a Fox News story here. Headline, shingles dramatically increases heart disease and stroke risk. They say if you've had shingles before the age of 40, you could be at an increased risk for heart disease or a stroke. And this all comes from researchers at the Council and Heal, and led by Dr. Judith Brower of the University College in London, and he followed individuals for about 6.3 years that had shingles and found that those who had had shingles before the age of 40 were 50% more likely to have a heart attack than people who did not have the disease, and also were 74% more likely to have a stroke. And they say current shingles vaccination recommendations are for anyone over the age of 60. So there you go. If you had shingles, you may be looking down the road at a stroke or a heart attack.
Yeah, well, basically, they've kind of got it backwards, Doug. What really is happening here is the same thing that causes stroke and heart attack or the same thing that causes shingles. Shingle doesn't increase your risk of these things. They just happen to be caused by the same thing as heart attacks and strokes. And so you have to really look at what is the cause of heart attacks and strokes and what is the cause of shingles. Well, we know that shingles comes from the chicken pox virus, and anybody who had chicken pox or was even exposed and never even had the clinical disease to chicken pox virus, herpes zoster, you're at high risk of getting shingles. They pop out anytime when your immune system is down. You don't have enough nutrients to protect your immune system, and so these things just kind of wake up, come out of hibernation, and set you alight and really cause pain. Well, the same thing is true with heart attacks and strokes. These things are caused by nutritional deficiencies. The same nutrients to prevent heart attacks and strokes are the same nutrients that are required to maintain your immune system. And so, again, I urge everybody to get on the 90 for Life program. Get on the 90 essential nutrients twice a day. Supply yourself, the people you love, your kids, your grandkids, your nieces and nephews, your brothers and sisters, your moms and dads. Make sure they're getting the 90 essential nutrients that they need. And you can reduce their risk of heart attacks and stroke to almost zero just by supplementing properly. And then you throw out the bad foods, which suppress the immune system and cause inflammation. You're further reducing your risk of heart attack and stroke. And so the same thing is true. When you reduce your risk of heart attack and stroke, you're reducing your risk of shingles and many other diseases too. So I'd urge everybody, again, just as we were talking about in the monologue here, Doug, to get a hold of that book, Let's Play Doctor, and look at the chapter 7, I believe it is. It's a home laboratory chapter. And look at doing all these lab tests yourself. You can do them every month. For $5, you can do them every month. You could do it every quarter, every 3 months. You could do it twice a year. You could do it certainly yearly. And do your own physicals. Don't depend on a doctor because they're looking for one thing. They're looking to get you on the rails where they can do more tests. They're looking to get you on the rails where they can do procedures. That's how they make a living. They're like a mechanic. You bring your car in, they're hoping they find something. Doctors will test you and test you and test you until they find something that gives them the ability to do another thing that insurance will pay for. That's why they do so much testing, because they're looking for one little thing that's just not quite right. It may be 1 point over the high normal. Cholesterol runs 220, 270. You say, oh my gosh, you got cholesterol above 200. Well, 220, 270 is normal. So if you're 200, you're really low, but they're going to say, oh my gosh, this cholesterol. Everybody knows cholesterol causes strokes and heart attacks. So we got to get your cholesterol down. We do more testing here. We need to get you on prescriptions. I'm going to have you come in, do a stress test on your heart. We're going to do all kinds of angiograms. We may want to put in a stent and a bypass. And really all you need to do is eat more eggs, take the 90 essential nutrients, and stay away from all the bad things. It is that simple. So thank you for bringing that one up, Doug, because, again, they've missed it. The correlation is strokes and heart attacks are caused by the same things that cause a flare-up of shingles. Shingles does not increase your risk of heart attacks and strokes. Well, stick with us. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie. More truth, justice, and the longevity way after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Georgia. And Julius, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Julius, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, sir. How can I help you?
Yes, I am on dialysis, kidney dialysis, and I've been there for some years. So, what do I need? What product? Which one of your products?
Do you have diabetes? Do you have diabetes?
Before I started dialysis one time, I did. Hypertension and diabetics. That's what I had.
Okay, how much do you weigh, Julius?
I weigh 162.
Okay. All right. So what I want you to do is this. You got to give up the bad stuff. Get rid of all the inflammatory foods. You may have done some of this. I want you to give up fried foods, processed meats with nitrates and nitrites, no oils, no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils, olive oil, or coconut oil. I want you to give up gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats. And then at 162 pounds, I want you to take 2 healthy blood sugar packs per month. 2 healthy blood sugar packs per month. That will allow you to have 1 ounce of the Osteo FX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, and then 3 of the, 3 of the Sweeties at breakfast and dinner. And then I want you to also get, because you're on dialysis, the Ultimate Daily tablets. I want you to take 3 of those twice a day. It's 1 bottle a month. And obviously I want you to check your fasting blood sugar every morning before you medicate yourself, because your blood sugar will drop. Your blood sugar will drop, and you have to adjust your medication each day based on your blood sugar levels. If it goes up, you need to take more medication, just as you've been taught. If it goes down, you need to take less medication. Your goal is to get your blood sugar down below 100 every day without medication. That can happen in 2 weeks or 2 months. It's going to happen, and you will be able to wean yourself down or even off of medication if you're a type 2 diabetic. As far as the dialysis, I've seen very quickly, sometimes you're able to increase kidney function significantly. The creatinine levels go down with the Ultimate Daily tablets. They're designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through obstructed blood vessels. They'll support and promote healthy blood pressure levels. And usually, I don't know, maybe it's 99% of the time, when you have kidney failure and you're on dialysis, there's nothing wrong with the kidneys. It's just the small afferent arteries that carry the dirty blood into the filtering units are plugged. And the Ultimate Daily tablets are designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through those obstructed arteries. When that happens, kidney function goes up, creatinine levels come down, and doctors usually will reduce you, say, from 3 dialysis treatments a week to, say, 2. And then as the creatinine goes down, it's from 2 to 1, and then eventually you get off of all dialysis. Give me a call every 2 weeks, Julius. Give us your blood sugar numbers. Let us know your weight, your blood pressure, and your dialysis condition. We'll be back after these messages.
Let's head to West Virginia, and Mary, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Mary, you're on the air.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
I have become infested in the flesh on my ankles with the bot horsefly. I'm having a terrible time.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, I mean, these bot from the horsefly, those are pretty big fellas. Okay. And how many do you have in your leg?
Well, I have, these are like a rash, and the larva has been deposited in the flesh, and it comes up, and when the larva comes out, it leaves a little hole in the leg.
Yes, I understand that. How big are these larvae? Are they a quarter-inch long? Are they an inch long? Because there's different species.
They're usually, I would say, up to a quarter.
Yeah, up to a quarter. Okay. So what I would do, first of all, is get a hold of the Youngevity peppermint oil from the aromatherapy company. It's called Ancient Legacy. Get the peppermint oil, and you can actually put a few drops of the peppermint oil in the spray bottle of PureWorks, the spray, not the foam, but the spray, and spray that PureWorks on those wounds and the holes where you have these larvae with the peppermint. And the peppermint will sort of fend off flies. You need to make sure that you have a good screen where you're at. If you're going to open the windows, make sure the flies don't get in the house. I would wear pantyhose, cover your legs up as much as possible, and about 2 or 3 times a day, you want to use that combination of the PureWorks spray with a couple of drops of peppermint oil in there. And you can use that peppermint oil, again, just straight. Rub it in your hands and rub it all over your legs, and that will repel the flies. Okay? You can also, in your house, you can actually go to a feed store and get some of this powder that they use for chickens. It's a poultry dusting powder, and it has non-toxic fly repellent in it. Okay, made out of little daisies, little flowers. Pyrethrums are called, little African daisy. And this pyrethrum flower, you read the labels on this dusting powder that they use for poultry, is non-toxic, so there's no chemicals get in the eggs and the meat and so forth. But you can use that, dust it around the doors in your house, around the baseboards, on the windowsills, any place that flies might come in. You can actually put it in your shoes and so forth, and get as much of that pyrethrum-containing poultry dusting powder around your house, in your clothes, in your closets. And again, use the peppermint oil from our Ancient Legacy with the PureWorks to spray on the wounds, and then you can use the pure Ancient Legacy peppermint oil just to rub on your legs to help repel the flies. Wear pantyhose. Don't go with bare legs. If you have any of these wounds that get infected, you can actually use our colloidal silver, and use the colloidal silver just neat, just 100%. Take a Q-tip, soak it, and put it all around that hole, down in the hole. It'll keep it from getting infected. Or if it is already infected, the colloidal silver will kill all the bugs. That's very interesting. I actually see that quite a bit in the summertime, particularly in kids. They will get on their bottoms and their legs, under their arms. These bot flies are very aggressive. Now they get very hungry this time of year. Okay, well, stick with us. We're going to be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages.
Let's head to South Florida, and JC, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
JC, how you doing?
I'm good. I spoke with you about a month and a half ago. I had called in. I had inclusion body myositis, and you had told me to get on the 2.0 joint and point pack. And I've done that. I've taken the selenium. I've done all of that. It's been almost about 2 months now. I haven't really seen, well, the difference that I've seen is that the muscles stopped twitching, which were twitching before as they were debilitating, and they stopped that, which is good, but the weakness is still there. And just recently I've had a bad fall, and it's just, I feel like I've gone just, hasn't it really improved? And I called, I guess, the longevity, and they told me about HGH. That can maybe increase the strength and could possibly increase the muscles. And just wanted to get some thoughts.
Sure. Okay. Well, remind me, how much do you weigh? How much do you weigh, JC?
About 215.
Okay. Now, first of all, the fact that the muscle twitching has subsided, that's a very good sign. It's only been a month. Usually you expect 60, 90 days to get some really significant benefits, 60 to 90 days. So you're about a third of the way into this. And the fact that you're seeing something recognizable, the muscle fasciculations or twitching have gotten better. So that's a good thing. That means you're absorbing, things are happening. That's absolutely a good thing. If you want to add something to it, I would add what we call immortalium. It's one of our newer products, and it's designed to encourage stem cell production and function, so that if you need new cells someplace, you don't have to spend $40,000 for a stem cell injection. What you do is you just take the immortalium. A guy your size, you could take 4 of those immortalium tablets a day, 2 at breakfast, 2 at dinner. It would be 1 bottle a month because it's a large bottle. And so that would be the only thing that I would add to your program. And just be sure you're taking everything appropriate for body weight. Your selenium, I would take 9 of those a day because you have a muscle problem. So I'd take 9 a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. That's 3 bottles a month of the Ultimate Selenium. The glucogel, I'd have you take 15 of those a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner. That's the raw material to support and promote maintenance, repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone matrix, bone itself. including the connective tissue holding the muscle fibers together in a muscle. So it's very important. So the glucogel, 15 a day at your body weight, and then 2 per month of the, all that will be accomplished by the healthy bone and joint pack, but you want to get it as a 2.0 because that's gluten-free. And then, of course, the immortalium. I would add that over the HGH. The immortalium, I would think, again, encourages stem cells to regrow normal tissue, and that would be the direction I would go if you want to add something else. But you're 1/3 of the way into it. You've seen something positive, so that's a good thing. Keep calling me every couple of weeks and let me know as this goes along, because you sound like something positive is happening. Don't expect the miracle in just 4 weeks. This has got to be 12 weeks, okay? All right. Thank you so much, JC, for calling in. All right. Doug, let's go to callers.
Well, let's head to Alabama. And Anthony, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Anthony, you're on the air.
Hey, Doc. How you doing today?
Okay, sir. What's up?
I've got 2 young ladies. One is 5'6", 36, 180 pounds, got depression, grieving over his sister dying recently in her 30s, anxiety, pain in her back, which is called laminectomy.
Okay.
And that's it for her.
Okay, well, she got back pain from vertebrae problems. She's got laminitis in her back. If she's had a laminectomy, that means she's had surgery in her back. Okay. Depression over her sister dying. What did her sister die from?
She told me, but I'm not sure. I can't remember right now.
Was it a trauma? Was it an accident, or she died from some long-standing disease? Or
I think it was an accident.
Okay. All right. So at any rate, I would give her, again, 2 of the healthy bone and joint packs, 2 healthy bone and joint packs, and because she has the depression, I would throw in the de-stress capsules, 3 of those twice a day. It'll be 2 bottles a month, the de-stress capsules, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner, and then 2 of the healthy bone and joint packs. Keep her away from sugar, alcohol, keep her away from all of the bad stuff, fried foods, processed meats, and oils, and gluten. Okay, question number 2.
Another young lady, she's very petite, 5'1", 78 pounds.
How old is she?
Say that again?
How old is she?
26 years of age.
Okay.
She's got IC, wants to put on weight, 5'1", 78, pelvic inflammatory disease, and they're testing her for RA soon, I think she was saying.
Okay. All right. What I would do is, again, because she only weighs 78 pounds, and they're considering rheumatoid arthritis stuff, I would give her 1 healthy bone and joint pack per month, cut everything in half, give her half a dose of breakfast of everything, half a dose of dinner. Because she has maybe RA, I would give her 3 of the killer body capsules, which is a blend of 8 herbs, support the immune system. 2 of those 8 herbs actually have antimicrobial properties. Rheumatoid arthritis is actually caused by an infection. And so I'd have her take 3 of those killer body twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. Also, I would give her, for weight gain, I'd get her 2 canisters a month of the Slender FX weight management system. Now, if you mix it with water, it's a weight loss product. But if you mix it with heavy whipping cream, okay, instead of water, and throw in a couple of eggs, she can have 2 or 3 servings a day of that Slender FX weight management meals. And again, it only has 110 calories in it when you make it with water, but you throw in the heavy whipping cream, you're getting up to about 400 calories per meal. And so 400 calories 3 times a day, you're looking at 1,200 calories of really heavy-duty calories between the cream, the protein, and the 2 or 3 eggs you're going to throw in there. You can either throw a couple of ice cubes in there, blend it up, and make a cold shake, or if she prefers, you can blend it with the eggs and everything in it and throw it in the ice box and make a sugar-free ice cream. And, of course, between the nutrients, the protein, the calories, and this is going to help her gain the weight. Yeah, at 5'1", I'd like to see her at 105 pounds maybe, 95 to 105 pounds, so she can gain a little weight, and this will help her do it. Call me every couple of weeks, Anthony, or as often as you need to for these 2 ladies, but don't wait longer than 2 weeks. Okay, Doug, do we have time to start another one?
Yeah, we can start a question and get to it after the break here. Let's head to Hawaii, and Terry, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Terry, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. Thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir. What's up?
I have a gentleman who's 86 years of age. He's my pastor, and he has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, and it's spreading into his intestine. And he hasn't taken any chemotherapy or anything. He has never drank or smoked. You know, he's been in really good health with age.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to know what
does he weigh?
He weighs about 160 pounds.
Okay. Hang on, get your pen and pencil ready. We'll be back after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go right back to Hawaii and Terry. This fellow is in trouble. If he's got prostate cancer that's spread into the intestines, he does have a problem. He's got a life-threatening problem here. It's one of those things where he's got to make a decision whether or not he wants surgery, whether surgery will help. He needs to ask the doctors, what will surgery do for him? He needs to ask, what will chemotherapy and radiation do for him? And he needs to judge whether or not what they respond is worth it or not. In the meantime, we can certainly improve the quality of his life. We can extend his life. I don't know whether it'll be 1%, 5%, 10%, 25%, or 50%, or whatever. Who knows? People recover from the wildest things. But what I would do at 160 pounds, 86 years old, I'd give him 2 healthy heart and brain packs per month. 2 healthy heart and brain packs per month. I get an extra bottle of selenium, so he could have 9 a day, 3 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A full dose of everything else at breakfast, full dose of everything else at dinner time. And I would also throw in as many antioxidants as he could afford. We're looking at OPCTs, which have the antioxidants from red grape seeds, green tea, and pine needles. Really great stuff. And so I would have him take 9 of those a day if he could. I'd also throw in the Cell Shield RTQ. 5 of those twice a day, very gentle, but yet very impactful, very strong. Increases the auric points per day to 100,000 auric points per day. Great antioxidant power. And, of course, getting away from all the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates, nitrites, all the deli slices, sandwich meats, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky. All that's got to go. Absolutely no oils, no olive oil, no coconut oil, no margarine, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils. If he's canned fish, you got to be packed in water, mustard, tomato sauce, not oil. And at the very least, taking these nutrients is going to support his immune system and improve the quality of his life. When it comes to length of time he's going to live, I haven't seen all the details of his lab work, so I can't express anything on that. But he's got to have to make the decision after he asks the doctors, what will chemotherapy do for me? What will surgery do for me? What will radiation do for me? And if it doesn't sound like it's going to increase his risk, increase his odds of living for another couple of years, then I wouldn't do it, because the odds are at his age with his condition, chemotherapy and radiation and surgery will actually shorten his life considerably, might even kill him during the surgery. And so these are all things he's going to have to weigh. Okay, we have a few moments here, Doug. Do we still have Shar on the line?
Yes, we do. We got about 60 seconds here.
Okay, Shar, you got 60 seconds. Everything we've heard of today is kind of interesting. I'll have sort of a, how would you reduce the risk of people running into all these terrible situations?
Well, prevention, of course, and learn before you make the mistakes. Learn before it happens. I know there's just some kind of movie producer that was testifying in Congress today about his mother having Alzheimer's disease, and it's so sad because they don't even get into the fact that they know that the cholesterol-lowering drugs cause it, and yet they won't publicly admit it. It's so sad.
Yeah. Well, you've hit the nail on the head, young lady. Exactly. It's an A+. You hit the nail on the head. Absolutely. Prevention is where you need to go. So get on the 90 essential nutrients, get away from the bad stuff, and guess what? You'll add many healthy years to your life. Even more important, I think, you'll add many healthy years to the life of your kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews, your brothers and sisters. What a gift. extra 25 to 50 healthy years. What a gift when it comes to presents, graduations, birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, other holidays. Give a Youngevity business. Give a Youngevity business. You know, at the starting level, it's like a one-time $10 fee, regardless if the kid is 6 months old or 6 years old or 16 years old or 25 years old or 50 years old. Give a Youngevity business and a couple months' supply of Youngevity products. What a great present. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Really great testimonies and comments today. Great questions. Thank you so much, Shar. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Doug and Susan. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.